Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing something down there?
The road's down that way, so I kind of thought that was a
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. All right, guys, it is dark. I'll show you where we're at. We're getting ready to start again. We've waited till dark to come back and speak with you again. Is there anyone here with us now? Maybe new or old that has been with us before? Can you let us know by using one of the devices? We have the motion lights you can walk past. The temp flux on the REM pod. We have the teddy bear out. The cat balls that you have been using. That way y'all can see what is going on here. Here we go. Trying to adjust y'all. Hey, Feathers. The beeping is the REM pod. It's doing the temperature fluctuation. Means that the temp is rising 5 degrees.
I can turn it off. You'd rather just have it proximity.
It doesn't matter to me.
Let's do that. That way, if it goes off, we know for sure something's there.
Yeah, we can do that. He's going to turn that fluctuation of the temperature off. Let me see. Now that gives you the REM pod.
So now it won't do anything, right?
Unless
Only
they
if
touch
something
it.
comes near-
If they touch it, you'll get this.
The colors.
Yes.
Okay.
You'll get that. I say we turn Vox back on, see if we can maybe dig deeper into Mr. Gilbert.
I just heard a cool rush of air towards me. Like cool air.
And there's no air in here, is there?
Like I just felt it again.
It's cool right here.
Like it wasn't you walking past, but there was cold air. Like it
Right.
Somebody just blew lightly on me.
Mr. Gilbert, are you here with us? I don't know if it'll hold. Jeez. Mr. Gilbert.
So that you have as much times as big as.
Hey, Amy. Mr. Gilbert, is your name John?
want to work out.
My money.
He said that again.
Mr. Gilbert, are you looking for your money?
Hey, John, is your last name Graybill?
Blooded.
Mr. Graybill?
Don't be afraid. Come speak with us, please. We want to know more about you. Would either of the females like to speak with us?
Oh, no.
You don't have to hide from us.
Brad.
Heard friend.
Just seeing it up. Will not.
Are you scared? You don't have to be scared. We will not harm you. I do have now. There, it's back. What if Shannon walks down the hall? Is that okay with you?
Tell them to say stop if I get done.
Step off your.
What it say?
It said stop. He said tell him to say stop if I get close, and it said stop.
Do you want Shannon to stop now?
Hurry in for.
Are you in this room that I'm standing in front of?
One case, stage what? Yeah. 3 times.
Are you close to Shannon?
He's coming.
Is it okay? Excuse me, is it okay that he walks down there?
Set. Let's talk.
He's setting off the motion lights. Do you see him coming?
Stop. Location.
Stop.
Stop.
Is Shannon pointing at the right room? Are you still in that room? Hey, Emily. Who is in that room?
There's someone in.
There's someone in it.
Stay here, just leave. You don't know.
Do something to make Shannon run out of that room. Scare him.
When?
Now.
Yeah, right now. I heard that wind.
Can you do something?
Especially.
Make a loud noise?
Real.
Can you tap on something in there? We all got it. Did you hear anything while you were in there?
I,
They said there was someone in there.
It does feel heavy in here,
Do you want him to go back in there?
Seventh approached. John Taylor
John Taylor.
John Taylor.
in control of
In control of.
Well, we have John, and now we have Taylor.
Is it John and Taylor, or is it John Taylor?
He
Like,
said
is that
John
his- He
Taylor.
said John Taylor, so is that his last name?
Who's John Taylor? In control.
That's the second time he said that control.
Yeah, second time in a row, with that deeper voice, though.
William.
What is John Taylor in control of?
Our client.
Client.
Have been used.
Wonder if he was an administrator or
Yeah,
something.
like a head nurse or
I'll just
something.
go look on those boxes and see if I can find some of these names.
Is John Taylor here?
So it's like the same John.
We've already heard about money again, Feathers. Are you looking for money? Somebody heard grab the nurse. Do you need a nurse? We have a nurse here.
Take the walk.
Me?
Try it.
Do I need to walk?
Yeah, try to walk down there.
I'm going to send the nurse down the hall. When she gets where you need her, just tell her to stop.
Help. It said help.
I heard it.
The nurse is coming.
Do you need my help?
Pondered. Somebody.
Somebody.
Where do you need my help at?
Yes, no.
Is it this room or on down?
Of
Keep
all.
going.
It'll be the next room to your left.
The nurse is coming.
There's a key in the door.
Yeah. Take off hide.
Is
Dang.
that helpers?
The nurse is in there speaking to the resident. Does anyone else need the nurse? The kid?
The kid, yeah.
Is there a kid here too?
Is it 6?
6.
I said say hi.
Yeah, come on back up.
Does the kid want to say hi to us? We're listening.
I heard 6, like kid, like 6
It's
years old.
6?
Maybe, yeah.
Is the kid 6 years old?
Young.
He's young.
So it's a young child?
Baby.
A baby.
A baby. I heard baby.
Did you hear anything when you went in there?
Nothing. I even sat down in the chair. I'm like, let me sit in your chair. Can I talk to, like I stood in the mirror and just said, can you talk to me? Can you make a noise for me? I didn't do anything.
Hushed.
The nurse is back down here if you would like to speak with her. Or John.
Yeah.
John.
From a father.
Can you... Sorry, go ahead. You go right. Nothing too important.
What about if James comes down the hallway? Will you all talk to him? Can he help you? Do you want James to walk down the hallway?
Do that. Did you make that noise?
Well, I said my cup down there.
Oh. We're going to send John down the hallway.
We would go. Another person.
The other person.
What other person? We're going to go ahead and send him down the hallway, okay? We know you're familiar with him.
This is our friend. This is James. He's the one who stays here a lot.
You all trust me and know that if you touch either of these, we know that you're here.
Here, put your back
Is
I'm not leaving.
up. Oh, something knocked on that door. It went like this.
Is there anyone down here that is willing to communicate with me since I'm your friend?
That's just James. He's down the hallway. That's him triggering those motion lights. Yeah. So he should be coming upon that room, okay?
things he's.
Thank you, Brandon.
We might.
He's right outside that door. You see the key and the lock and the key? I mean, the lock and the Lord of mercy, the key and the lock.
Can James enter that room?
Am I okay to come in here?
They said for him to sit, didn't they?
He's in the room now. Can you talk to him? Can you communicate with him? Can you make a noise to let him know that you're there?
Yes.
So he's sensitive.
He is. Yes, he is.
A real. Oh, no.
Can you all let James know that you're down there? Can somebody make a noise or anything just to let him know that you're there? He's just here to be friends.
He's such a.
He's such a what?
Got some of the.
You know, James spends a lot of time here at night.
Under her first.
He's coming back up the hallway now.
Good, good.
Good. Good, good, good.
Is there anyone in here?
As the
They've asked us to come here because they want to know about you. They spend a lot of time with you and they want to learn about you. That way you guys can coexist together. I think that's a wonderful start to understand you better so they're not scared.
Do you all care that all this stuff is in your room?
Silver, meanwhile,
In the meanwhile, or over the meanwhile, or something. Some of that comes through so plain.
Mm-hmm.
This room's awfully messy.
I talked about it being messy. Does the shape of this hallway bother you?
upset.
Upset.
Is James okay down there in that hallway?
Why are you upset?
That's me.
Are you upset that the hallway in this area is a mess, or are you upset that we're here?
Are you upset that they're trying to fix this place up? Changing it?
I feel like they're upset because it's a mess.
Getting him out and
Getting him out.
Can I help anyone down here?
I don't care.
I don't care.
It seems no arguments also.
Arguments.
commands.
Are you all trying to go to sleep?
That's really.
Is my friend Mr. Gilbert down here?
Go down as.
Go down where?
Said here.
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm ready to talk to you.
Is something behind or in front of him?
Are you okay with me being in your room?
Still trying to see.
I'm trying to
Assuming
see
that
you.
Did you hear when they said, I'm trying to see you?
Are you laying in bed?
Hey, Jean. I'm trying to see you.
Is it too dark for you to see?
Can you see me?
Does that help?
And I don't.
In that door.
Is that your
Not the
key in the
window.
door?
Does the light being on help you see him?
It's so far away on that screen.
I know.
If you can't even see him standing
Work
there.
and.
Do you want me to turn the light off?
You know, I'm not.
Is there any way
Relatable.
Lord, please don't, so I'll leave it on.
I promise I will help you in any way that I can.
And that's a bad thing.
That's a bad thing.
And on that, I'm coming back now.
Why? What happened?
I just, it's a bad thing. I don't know. I got an uneasy feeling. That
When you were
room-
going in that room, somebody
room-
made the
that-
comment, he's sensitive.
That room with the key is very
Yeah.
different compared to, because I would stand in front of the other rooms and be okay, and then as soon as I turn to that room with the key,
All helmet.
it's a
7.
yeah.
Totally different feeling.
Yeah.
7.
Amy, you should go down that room.
Served in the war.
Served in the war.
Yeah.
And
Did you serve in the war?
No, definitely got offered in the room. I can't say that I didn't.
The key one was different.
Yeah.
I'm coming down. Is that okay?
with
I heard yes.
You were in the room, he's sensitive.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Amy and I looked at her and said, yes, he is sensitive. Now that's Amy setting off those lights, okay? She's our friend. Can you talk to her?
There's a lock on top. There's a key stuck in it.
It's by where there was.
Got it.
Walker, yeah.
Can I come in?
You don't just ask to go in that room.
God.
You don't just ask permission to go in the room.
Is Amy in your room right now?
it's a lock.
It's locked.
Do you want us to shut the door and lock it to keep people out?
They're good.
You know.
Yeah.
Amy, they said they want us to shut the door and lock it to keep people out.
Okay, Amy's gonna shut the door and lock it, okay?
It's locked.
That door is now locked, okay?
Is that
Let's
better?
rate this. And you have to count it.
Things we can do.
Things we can do.
Things we can do.
Show us some things you can do. Can you move something?
Can you make one of those motion detectors go off? Can you make this bear light up? Can you make one of those cat balls move?
Make it happen.
Down in the city. What now?
Can you make one of these?
Pearl earrings.
Probably.
That's what I thought I heard. Pearl earrings?
Earlier
Surgery.
surgery.
See the pretty lights?
See, they're all out. They're pouring out. Can you make those light up for us just so that we know that you're here? Just so we know. Where she did that thing.
There, that shows you where they all are. Can you turn one of them on for me, please?
If that room's so important, we need to start asking them what's so important.
Here you.
What's so important about the room that we locked for you?
In on him.
Whose room was that?
Where was it? Yeah, cool.
You're cold.
Probably say cortisol.
And we heard war. War.
Who was in the war?
Solid. So I. Whatever.
Can you... Cat ball. Thank you. I appreciate you touching that.
Who is that? Will you tell us who you are?
Crazy stuff. Is that what it's?
Is it crazy stuff? Oh.
All right.
Cat
Good
ball
job.
again, guys. Thank you.
When it goes up, can you make it light up again? We can use that for yes and no questions.
Thank you. Perfect.
We're going to ask questions, and if the answer is yes, make it light up, okay?
It just said 1960.
Yeah, I heard some.
No.
Were you a resident here?
Was you a worker? Are you still with us? If you are, touch that cat ball, please.
Been here.
Been here. Yeah, I heard been here.
So were you here before the facility was even in operation? Maybe are you attached? Yes. So are you attached to this property? Like the land?
Make it light up again if it's the land.
A vote.
Was this place built on top of something that was sacred to you?
Fence up.
Afraid so. Afraid so.
Does it have anything to do with Native Americans?
Yes.
Indians. Did that say Indians?
Yeah, I heard yes, but Jen is 100% specific on the fact that all this area was Native American ground. She told me before I even mentioned spirits that this was Native American. Oh yeah.
Are you Native American? So you're not Native American.
And that's very true.
That's very true.
That's very true.
It was not native. Whoever this is not native.
I can't tell.
You said I can't tell.
I can't tell.
Is there a burial ground nearby?
Hi, this
Is this property on a Native American burial ground?
he is just more.
Who they
Are you a male?
Or at any.
Are you female?
different Europe. If you had to walk.
Can you sense that Amy and I both have Native American in us? In our blood?
That he. And
Are you still with us?
One. Text.
at the fence.
My oldest son.
My oldest son.
And they've been saying something about sun the whole time.
Who's looking for their son? Robert? Robert, are you looking for your son? Were you a resident here?
And that's him
Did
discover.
it not?
I thought I just heard it too. This reason you saw me turn around. It was real subtle again, like you thought you heard it on glass.
Yeah. Who keeps knocking? If I knock, will you knock back?
Unable helmet.
Hell no.
Unable.
That could be this.
I heard unable.
I heard unable.
Unable or helmet.
Well, it was unable, hell, blah, blah, blah.
I heard unable. Hell no.
Yeah.
Depends.
What is it exactly you could do to show us that you're here?
And I think
Anything?
Okay, do what's easiest for you.
But it is.
.com.
Whatever you feel you can do, just show us.
And
I've been hearing you knock. Like this.
Is Mr. Everything?
It sounds like it's on his glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I heard it again. That's the reason I stopped and turned it on.
An experience. You are.
Is someone knocking on this door behind me? Trying to scare you? Is they trying to scare you or that's...
I don't know.
Are you trying to scare us?
Are you upset that there's a new wall where the cafeteria used to be?
Basement.
It's a little.
To your basement?
Yeah.
Do you want us to go to the basement?
What a dog.
Program.
It does.
If you would like us to go somewhere else, could you go over by the handrail again and make the cat ball go off? Then we'll leave.
Sure.
We're gonna check down here one more time before we leave to see if anyone needs anything.
And we'll check and make sure nobody's behind that door.
Did you say I wouldn't?
That's
That's it.
Right.
Right?
Even more.
Even more.
There's something right here.
What does it feel like?
Like electric.
Is it making your hair stand up on your arms?
100, and I was completely fine until I was standing here.
Are you by James?
Something happened.
What about if I walk down there with him? You should know my voice. I'm here a lot too. I'm the loudest one in the bunch. I'm the one that yelled about whoever was taking my pretzels.
Leaving the top off.
Whoever kept unscrewing the top of my pretzels. That's me.
As soon as I moved away from
body. I meant.
and that's the ball that was.
What do they do when they have
Yeah.
like a med call, like pill call? Do
They would
say
just
it?
go room to room,
They
no.
don't say it.
No, they take a cart room to room.
Is there anyone down here that can speak to me?
You want to do night meds?
Sing it.
A room to room.
Anyone
Yeah.
down here
Yeah,
that
that
would
might
like their
that
medicine?
might trigger something.
I should have a little collar or something I could take with me though.
You can take a pallet check.
Is there anyone in here that would be pissed if I opened this door?
Can James open your door?
Hello?
Gotcha.
Yes, Peter.
They always say they see him.
He left.
Are you ready for your night meds so you can go to bed?
Three.
Three.
You dumped it.
Out in.
Check down the. They can't hurt my friend. That's my buddy now. They can't hurt him.
Said rapist. It's okay.
Patrol agent.
Oh.
And then something about a patient. Are you a patient?
And
You all help you.
What did it say? We all can help you? It talked about helping you, James.
As soon as you said that,
I don't need help. Do you?
They think he needs help with his wife. His wife's gonna die.
I'm going to leave if no one needs help.
Or if the best mother saying like, just support or love or,
Goodbye.
you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I mean, he's already talked to him and stuff like that. Like he's on hospice care and whatnot.
Does anyone need anything?
You say just leave me alone.
I thought I heard leave.
Do you want us to leave? If you want us to leave, you need to give us a sign to leave. You give us an obvious sign, and we will leave right now. Can you do that?
Into it.
Go into here. Your room is a mess. Do you need help?
Steve. Ready. The eye.
Ready.
Room 126. Do you need help?
I want to try med call too. Night meds.
I don't do it now.
Because you know, a lot of them would beg for their night meds to go sleep, in my experience.
Oh, I heard that laugh.
Yeah, I heard that.
Why are you guys laughing?
I don't. Whatever was like right by that cat ball at first definitely felt different, and then on the way back, nothing.
Let's look for a med cart. I mean, here's a cart. Not a very pushable med cart. Let me see. We're trying to get your meds together.
I'm happy. Back was a
can you do something while they're down there to show them that you're there?
we would.
Oh, the cat ball went off. Yeah. I wonder if she touched that.
Christina, did you touch the rail?
No. Is somebody down here with me? Don't touch it. Does anybody want me to look in their ears? I can look in your ears. I've got an ocean.
Lies be offended.
It went off again.
Yeah, and she obviously didn't touch it. Cause
You weren't nowhere near that cat ball and it went off again.
It's going off now.
Oh, yeah, no.
Watching
There's syringes.
watching
There's
something.
medicine cups. Oh.
Why'd you do it?
Condoms for the ear thing.
She may have touched it there, but I can't tell.
segment.
Perfect that I found this.
She's getting your meds together.
Oh, I got a spoon.
Are you guys ready for med call?
Sides were.
Oh, I did hit that.
It was already going off.
All right, I'll come back up.
Do you need the flashlight?
So you.
That's me, and then follow this medicine card, okay?
It's time for night meds. Come out.
Matter of fact.
You got
Who's ready for their meds? Does anybody need to be laid down before meds?
lay down.
Lay down.
Lay down. Yeah.
What room are you in and I'll come assist you?
On him.
Can you tell me when to stop? When I get by your room?
The boss did it.
The boss did it.
Tell me when I'm by your room and I'll help you lay down.
Are you by a room?
Did they say stop?
I heard something, and are you by a room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you ready to lie down?
Like a temp. For background, so
You can. This is big. It's.
Cat ball.
I got some of that.
No one was near that.
Yes, Crystal, I heard bigot as well.
I took care of them in that room.
A couple people heard bigot, and I mean, I didn't say anything, but I definitely heard bigot.
Bigot?
Yeah.
I did say that.
Stay there.
Stay there. Are you by the door with the key?
Yeah.
Because it said stay there.
Can she unlock the door?
Look.
Nope.
Nope.
He said, nope.
Nope.
Something hiding out in that room right there.
Yeah. I feel like,
She knocked.
yeah, she knocked. I heard that.
She knocked and it said it.
Yeah.
Well, you knocked and it said she knocked. Can she come in?
Here's the end.
Nurse Christina is at your room. Can she come in and help?
Cat ball.
Thank you so.
She said thank you.
She wants to give you your meds, your nighttime meds. Is that okay?
This woman.
She's the nurse. Are you ready for your meds?
We can.
As like react.
Uh-huh. Is it okay for her to come in and give you your meds? No.
No.
Do you not want your meds tonight?
Don't want it. I don't want it twice.
He said he doesn't want his meds. Is that James?
We would.
James is gone? What happened?
Me 50.
Oh, you did. Oh.
Oh, I said the light.
He said the light.
Okay, she's going to pass up that one. If you decide you want your meds, you can maybe have them later, okay?
Overs.
About 20 years, dragonflies. Cat ball again.
Extra Malik.
As Jimmy.
Ask Jimmy.
I'm right here. If you all want to talk to me, just tell me.
Cat ball again. Here to protect. Are you here to protect James or Jimmy?
Ill.
I'm not ill.
Yes, you are, it said. Go to the doctor Monday morning.
You.
Hey, Sophia. Are you not ready to go to bed? She's bringing you your meds.
In college.
I threw something in that room.
Which room? That room's locked too, isn't it?
Get up all this.
Yep.
Just because they had a lot of activity
Don't worry about
last time.
Come.
And I do have to pee, but I'm gonna see what you all do. Like, I'm gonna say that I'm going because I did last time.
Okay.
And see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna go now and leave you with my friends. I want you to treat them all as nice as you do me.
She is actually a nurse, Dragonfly, as an employee.
Who is?
They asked who you were. I said you are actually a nurse. No, I'm not who's delivering the meds. That's Christina.
I don't. Divinity.
Jimmy's gone. No, it said infinity.
Guild.
Does anybody else want their medicines before I put my medicine card up? Okay. I'm putting the card up.
Guild.
Last call for medicine. Cat ball. When that goes off, can you turn it back on for me? Thank you. So somebody is standing here playing with this cat ball.
Do you want your medicine?
Michelle.
Turn it on for me. Thank you.
Okay, I'm putting my medicine card up.
What is your name? My name is Amy. What did it say?
In the familiar.
Can you set that cat ball off for me one more time, please?
Ask them if they're lonely. Amy.
Are you lonely? Is that what's wrong, that you're lonely?
That's his body.
I got it out.
There's usually always someone here. You shouldn't feel lonely.
Yes, being sick. Here he comes.
Means therefore.
Before we leave you for the night to rest, is there anything that we can do for you?
And yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I'm good.
And so that's what James always says, yeah, I'm good.
Do you need
And
something?
like,
Maybe prayer. Can I say a prayer for you?
Fountain.
Y'all move on.
crazy stuff.
Crazy
I'm hearing stuff back there
Where?
at the end of the hall.
I
Are you moving back at the end of the hall?
Other advisor.
Another.
Well, less is.
Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough. Did you hear it?
That was fast.
Yeah, that's enough.
Is it okay Shannon's going down there?
Please.
Times is a bigot.
Dig it again.
Yeah. What do you think?
I'm not a bigot.
I don't think that I am either.
Shannon's not. They say not a bigot.
I couldn't make that one out. Are you talking about James? He's not.
With only a
James just is a good old Delaware boy trying to turn country.
children.
Is there children down at the end of the hall? Let's take them down there in the hall. Y'all want to go down there in the hall?
Sure.
Sure. All right, let's take them down there in the hall.
Let's go.
I remember.
I heard down the hall too.
Out there in a villa.
Right in here. Hey, Lisa.
Anybody in here want to talk to us?
And unbelief.
I don't believe.
Your car is.
This is where we had something fall. Oh, thank you, Simply.
About
No, Queen.
the well.
I wish you could find something on Gilbert in those.
I know, that's the reason I keep looking. I'm looking for like Gilbert, Taylor, John something. There's a John Reader.
Does that sound familiar, John Reader? Oh, thank you, Chrissy.
Krista. This is a vow.
These were doctors. These were providers, is what this is. Names of providers that have been here. Physician credentials. This is physician credentials. This is physician files. That's the same. Pomeroy.
Those haven't been touched in a while. I can see, yeah, and I can see spider webs all around them. That's interesting, Brister.
That's a John Reeser, R-E-I, or a Riser, R-E-I-S-E-R, John Murray. These are all like practicing physicians, though.
A lot of Johns.
Is it a John Darrow?
And it out.
because NFL's
Camping. Things that affected.
That room, Dragonfly, was asked to lock it. It's still locked, isn't it?
No, it's open now.
Yeah, it was open. Remember when I was doing meds?
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go in there.
Of course, I was only.
Of course, I'll lead you. Let's go. Is it okay if I'm in here?
Like, make it on.
Light, leave it on.
control.
Control. You say control again?
Can I sit here in your chair? What did you say? Let me out?
Oh, no.
Something me out. That's what I heard. Help me out or let me out. I couldn't make out the first part.
Are you okay? Smells weird in here, doesn't it?
Mildewy.
It was.
Oh, yeah, there's the control version. On top of the
Rotary.
window.
Toilet and flush for God knows how long. Look at it.
Are they peeing in that still?
You
Oh, that's gross. That's what smells.
I'm afraid to try to flush it.
I don't even think it works, does it? I'm sorry you have to smell that in your room.
I'm going to sit down in this other chair. Is that okay?
Shoo. Them workers done been in there peeing, haven't they?
I hope they wouldn't, because that would be shame.
Can you tell me what's so important about this room?
Whose room is this?
that's more, I think.
Got some more, I think.
I think they are. You heard Rachel? Rachel, are you here? Rachel. Hey, Joy. Do you want your medicine now? That way you can take your medicine and go to bed. Do you want to take your medicine and go to bed? Get some rest for the night?
What's in the basement?
Or better question, who's in the basement? several spirits.
Would you like us to walk down through there?
We would go.
So you want us to go?
Of course.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave now and go find my friend James, okay? And make sure he's okay.
30 Eastern.
You have a good night. Good night.
Yeah, there's not a morgue here.
Well, there is, but it's on the other side.
That's not where we're at, though. I'd like to go to the basement, but will we be able to keep service?
Well, I can walk down there with the flashlight, and we can kind of walk through. And if you start losing service, we'll just come back up real quick.
Yeah. Does that sound like a plan?
Your body.
Would you like to go to the basement with us?
Yes, we.
Center sleep.
Was it dark?
Where it's dark? Yeah, it's dark down there.
Are you scared of the dark?
3-7.
Afraid so.
Let me feel fun. What'd you do with the charger?
It's laying where we was standing.
Alright, let's...
We can try to go to the basement.
Let's give it a shot.
Hey Dolores, how are you, sweetie?
Two-button walker. We should probably get all our stuff.
Well, I don't really want to take it with us.
I'll come back.
We can round it up as we walk. Did I have something down here? Let me see. Did you grab the motion lights up there? No, here they are. Huh?
I've got one of them.
Well, I'm going for the other one. I couldn't find it. Alright, got that one. We're just rounding up equipment as we go. Well,
Did you only have two?
darn. cat ball went in the trash can. The cat ball's in the trash can. It won't open. I don't think you can. I'm gonna set you guys down right there and put these light. Dang. My cat ball's in with the medical records. I see it. There's my cat ball. Do y'all see it? Can you put something down in there to get it?
Where's it at?
Right there in the corner.
Oh, I see it now. Hold on, let me hold that. Where is that? No, we'll never be able to get in there without taking it apart.
Oh, there's my cat ball. Darn.
Oh well. We got more.
You can see it.
We can leave it as a gift.
Well, I really hate to give my equipment as a gift, but I guess it is what it is, right? Are you gonna?
I'm gonna go ahead and bring this.
Okay. And I'll give y'all a little more of a walk of. Yeah, you did see the on and off button. Did we get all the cat balls?
Except the one that's in the trash can.
That's a shredder. This was the break room. You can see where the employees would. Whole area was where they would eat. Their cafeteria. More cafeteria. And there's the old beauty shop. I don't know what that is.
It's a maintenance shop.
Oh. That just goes outside. Alright guys, we're going to see if we can get down to the basement. I don't know if we'll be able to or not. Let me open this door for you. I got it. Where am I going? In here? Oh. Hi! Hi! Hi!
Good Lord, you ferocious thing.
Very ferocious. Come here. What's the matter? Oh.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay, if we lose signal, we'll come back up.
Oh. Sorry, girl. Okay.
She stopped earlier. If you lose signal, I could probably get you on the Wi-Fi.
I think, are you guys seeing good now? I don't fall on that. We're good right now. I don't fall on that. We're good right now. Yeah, we're out of signal.
Does the ATT Wi-Fi AJT6 show up?
Hold on, I'm gonna go check for Wi-Fi, guys. Give me just.
Well, let's we can hit that room where they had the activity at the break room or whatever.
Yeah, we're trying to get the Wi-Fi figured out, but for right now, I've got good Wi-Fi right here, so we can work in this spot right here. Can you guys see me good here? Okay, they can see good here.
Okay.
I got the visitor password if you need it now.
Okay. We'll try right here.
I got the visitor password if you need it now.
Okay. We'll try right here. Huh? Is John still down here? John? Hey, skinny lady.
Fine.
You told us to come down here. Well, yeah.
So, but
Well, we're here.
wait a little second.
Are you not wanting to speak now?
Back to their side. If they
If they what?
even though because I just that comes to the organization.
Can you make a noise down here to let us know to stay?
That even
We're getting ready to go back up.
Would you like to go to the break room with us?
Do you want to go to the break room with us? All right, let's go. Ew, I'm disgusted. My back feels. There's a baby.
There's the noisemaker.
Noisemaker, noisemaker, noisemaker. You're a noisy girl. You're a noisy girl. You're a noisy girl. You're really, really noisy.
Millie, will you go get something if I throw it?
I got your own.
You don't mind very well, do you?
The prettiness.
Where you at?
Look at this B7 down here.
That's.
Now there's been activity in here. Would you like to tell us about it? Pretty girl. You're so pretty. Did that say James?
Is it?
I didn't hear it, but I wouldn't.
Did you say James? Do you have a message for James? We do.
You better catch him while he's awake.
Is it safe to say that when James, Christina, or anybody else senses you, that they just are safe to acknowledge you? Gilbert.
I heard Gilbert. Yeah.
Mr. Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, are you here with me?
He is.
Gilbert. He is Gilbert. Here. Hey, Mr. Gilbert, it's me. Are you willing to talk to me again tonight? Mr. Gilbert, I brought a few more friends with me tonight if you're willing to talk with us. Would you be interested if I brought money out?
You know, don't have much money. That's really good.
Mr. Gilbert, I have money to offer.
Gilbert. He was looking for his money.
Mr. Gilbert, if you want this money, I'm going to place it right here.
Can you tell us how much money he set out? How many dollars did he place out? You can take the money.
Mr. Gilbert, what about if I add more money?
Somebody said it
us
said
then?
40.
Huh?
Somebody just said it said 40. Is 40 enough?
I mean, I've got more.
No.
So 40 is enough.
40. Oh, look at that flashlight. Can you take the money? Up.
Mr. Gilbert, because me and you were friends, you can have that money if you'd like.
Can you pick it up? What?
I did see that money just moved up. I think it was a draft or something. So I'm going to get ready to watch this money start moving and then get ready to panic.
Move it. When? Go ahead and take that money. It's yours.
Did you see it?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to like make sure it wasn't my breath.
You're stupid. I don't think it was your breath either.
No.
You would have had to go.
Can you pick it up?
Yep.
If you can take it off the table, it's yours. You can have it.
No, my mouth's closed. Good Lord.
You're doing good. Keep moving it. You almost got it.
Try to move it again.
Just rational thoughts here, okay?
You move it, it's yours.
We have money over that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Need to review that.
Mr. Gilbert, I'd like to talk to you again like we did the other night. If I wasn't talking to Mr. Gilbert, I'd like to speak with whoever's here. Is John here?
Gilbert? You hear Gilbert again?
Yeah, it said Gilbert like 4 or 5 times.
Gilbert.
Mr. Gilbert, are we bothering you?
See if Gilbert wants to cross over.
Do you need my help, Mr. Gilbert? That's what Mandy just said. That that money moved a lot earlier.
Yes, it did.
Put it back on box.
Mr. Gilbert, I have a little bit more money for you if you would like it. I'll put it right there. I feel like me and you are friends enough that you can have my money if you would like.
There went the ghost meter.
Please feel free to take that money.
Up, look, the ghost meter's going off, guys.
It's pegging the red.
Professionals. Sure they were.
Please feel free to take that money. Mr. Gilbert, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, I have a little bit more for you. I'll lay it out on the table. Do you know what that is?
Oh.
Hey, Mom.
Come on.
Any quote?
I don't have any more, but you can take that. Do you want that money? Do you think it belongs to you?
Pulling more weight.
Pour more weight.
Money definitely works around here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Look, I mean, I even like spoke and was right here, and that money has not moved.
For sure.
For sure.
Can you pick that money up?
Do you need more? There's more.
We're on. Or would be,
What would you do with all this money if you had it?
Maybe share some
I'm sorry, Mr. Gilbert. Dave has a perverted mind.
difference in.
Wow, that thing's going crazy.
It's with me last time, and I mean, obviously,
Is that SB7 in the box?
we can clear it off.
Yeah, let's. Just in case.
They don't make a difference.
Yeah.
Stop.
How you got very upset I was in your bed? Are you gonna be mad again?
First black sip. And
See how it just continues? I'm gonna go to your buddy's bed. Nothing. A little bit.
Oh yeah, it's going, it's cranking.
Just not as much. I don't know.
That's weird.
Like there's nothing around it that should be triggered.
No.
No.
It's
No,
not his
and-
phone, it's not,
There's
And
no-
I've already swept this
it's a
room.
glass table.
And earlier when I was in here, I told you all, I got a little bit of reading. But this is the same time. This is the same exact time as last time. And this is the same shit.
Yeah, and I swept this room.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
Before we
Shane
even
did,
started.
Shane did
I
too
mean,
when we did
and,
that.
like, we could even, here, Mr. Gilbert, I'm gonna pick this up
Stop.
and we'll see what happens. I mean, there's nothing. It's dead zero.
So what you can do is right here in this
Even
money.
at the fridge. Over here, there's nothing.
Right.
Mr. Gilbert, if you want this money, you can have it.
Car,
One seven.
yeah.
Do you know how much money's there? 43, wasn't it?
So I was
That was a breath. Somebody just took a breath.
I breathe, but I mean, I've been breathing.
What moved again? Did you see it?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Hey, let's
continue.
all do this.
Yeah.
Sit there and watch it.
on
Moving again? I think that was the table. That was the table.
Bro,
Bro.
turn.
businesses.
She lives.
Time. Let's remember what
I got
Now try to pick all that money up.
post the impact.
Can you at least pick up one of the bills?
Or even knock them on the floor.
is this.
What do you?
It's just so weird that thing.
At the Jeep.
There's nothing to explain that.
No.
Activity like
No, because there's nothing under here.
No,
Right.
this is his
We
class.
walked around.
It's a family.
It's a family.
Family.
It's a family.
To the right.
Was this a family room?
With insight.
For months.
For months.
Mr. Gilbert, was your brother in here at one point?
Here's this.
Your sister.
And they come.
Can you tell me who's coming?
Crazy stuff.
It's crazy stuff.
It is crazy stuff, because you got me on edge, brother.
It's crazy stuff.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Let's see if you can make tears come to his eyes again. Can you?
Mr. Gilbert, are you here and protecting me?
Declare
I'm trying to separate them all.
Yeah, just
receive
see if he likes the...
for food and
I don't see you. I don't see you.
It's fake.
It's fake.
It's fake.
He said your money's fake.
The
It's
money's
not fake.
fake.
No, I'll show you it's not fake.
Well,
Look.
this is weird money to
The
anyone
line-
that would
True.
be.
True. It
If you
is.
open this money and you pull that little silk piece out, it tells you the money's real. And this money also has a waterproof mark on
They
it.
don't, like...
They've
this
heard
kind of
everything about
age,
money
They
now.
don't know what
crazy
that is.
stuff.
Crazy stuff.
Mr. Gilbert, I promise this is our real money.
In the home.
That's money that we earned from teaching classes this week.
Yeah. Time, Chris. 4-7.
You can take as much as you want.
Fucking Butter, Texas.
Is that enough money?
Double second. Do it.
Do it.
Mr. Gilbert, are we bothering you while you try to sleep?
He can do.
You can do
It's
it.
with you.
Who's with?
These are my friends.
Remember, my name's Amy.
I know you're not used to them being here, but I trust them. Do you trust them?
Yeah.
I'm glad you trust them. All we want to do is talk to you.
Good stuff.
He said to me, good stuff.
Cart.
We appreciate you communicating with us tonight.
That's it, guys.
That's it then.
Telling you.
I'm telling you.
Dude.
We're trapped.
Dude, we're trapped.
Yeah, dude, we're trapped.
Do you need help?
Serious.
You don't have to stay here. You can leave at any time you want.
National Symphony.
It's gonna be.
Mr. Gilbert, did you have to spend money to stay here?
A lot of money.
Oh, God, it's expensive.
I can give you this money if you need it.
If I
But if I ignore it,
Someone gotta ignore it.
Would anybody ignore it?
It can take.
This I can take.
And the money moved at the same time.
Did you see
Yep.
about those 20s move?
I saw the 20s move, and then that say something about tape. If I can
Both those
take
20s
or
moved. As soon as they started moving, I looked at you to see if you were looking.
It's been said that you're
Thank you.
looking for your money.
I feel like it's money
Oh, yeah.
moving. You're gonna get so awkward being over there.
I'm sure your family has your money.
first,
Who has your money? Do you think somebody does?
anniversary. Right here.
Right here.
I took a 20.
championship.
I took a 20. That was
yeah, and when you left, both the 20s moved.
Huh.
They moved. Did you see
Yeah.
it move?
You're welcome to have the 20.
Take them both. This one is about to take it.
Trying to think about the whole brother thing because we got a lot of them.
He was up.
22.
Is your brother here with us again tonight?
He's
He is.
Lord.
What's your brother's name?
Cut it.
I remember you telling me about your brother. Did he stay here with you?
Slider.
There would be,
Yeah.
Marshall.
For you.
Is there any way we can help you communicate with your brother?
Certainly we can.
Is that her? Is that her?
What can we do?
Held animal. 7 feet.
Send them something.
I think. Dictionary and.
Do you have a message for anyone?
Mr. Gilbert, am I safe staying here with you?
You.
You.
There's another side.
Always gonna.
Always.
Was true. But I until 7 pieces. As I said, equipment went to. Right.
No doctor.
Good thing.
We have a nurse.
What's interesting about this box is it's not like the other apps that are word banks that have words like programmed into them. This uses your phone's compass and pulls unique signatures from internet radio, depending on what's going on with your phone's compass. So it pulls every word to be unique.
And they
Like,
can
not the same.
manipulate the frequency.
But it's weird.
A bit more
that you
The same thing.
What'd it say? It's good stuff. They say that like 7 times, and that should not happen with bots.
Strange stuff or weird
Dirty
stuff, whatever it's
Yeah.
That's crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
And it seems like it's a female voice. That's crazy stuff.
it's like they're watching us do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mr. Gilbert, how do you feel about the dogs here today?
Planted. See, I heard you. You can see what.
Can they see? Can the dogs see you?
Raymond.
I believe they can see you.
I believe they're going to.
The.
I think that's what Millie saw earlier today.
Earlier today, when it was just me and Millie in here, did Millie see you? Did you scare Millie?
I don't know, like I said, we done swept the room. It shouldn't be. Oh, there's dogs under there. It's Millie.
So much for being.
So much for being a. So much for being a what?
Do you see Millie in here?
Your time is low. Which? Something.
States are looking at. Stop.
Is there anything that you would like us to do before we leave?
Jack, close your.
Get closure?
Yeah, I heard.
And also some.
What can we do to help you
I heard
get
there must
closure?
be something.
There must be something.
Just put the word.
Just put the word.
'Cause we don't want to leave unless we can help you in some way. Just lead us in the right direction.
Oh, 20.
Another 20.
You can take the 20, it's yours.
Like, oh, wow.
Do you want another 20 put on the table?
Armor Twitter.
You see it move again?
Sure.
But I felt,
Did you leave?
I felt cold air.
Outside.
Like as I sat my hand
Well,
right
I
here.
said another 20. Like,
No.
like exhale?
No. He's getting ready to get awkward. It's coming. Where he gets up and
No, I'm good. But
I'm gonna get you more money out. Will that work?
Another 20 is what they said.
it said another 20.
Okay. Here comes another 20.
Election of Shibri.
Let us know when you see this other 20.
That is not.
Be back.
Shut the hot.
If I give you another 20, will you tell us what you need? I'll give you another 20.
Production. Retail.
Now you need somewhere to retail to spend it.
Yeah.
Please.
Lost show. Biden killed.
Do you need us to pray for you?
But I have.
She's looking up. That's him. Normally she works like that. That's embarrassing.
And then.
That's like a man.
Mr. Gilbert, do you want us to leave?
Discount code.
Say something.
They just carry on.
Do you like having people here for the company?
On all the.
On profit.
Do you enjoy sharing your room with James when he stays?
Good thing.
You'd think.
Can you tell us if it's crazy stuff?
Really?
Is it?
We've had ours out for hours.
USA.
Things
He's
went off
saying
like
rocking
500
and rolling
times.
over here. And it's not just cars, it's just some jerks and it's way up. Like it is, look at it.
Right. The only thing I don't like about that one is it won't sit straight up.
I know that's what he just
Yeah,
tried to
I'm trying.
It just won't do it.
I mean, we could probably do it because this is
do.
empty.
Okay.
This is empty as well.
You're so smart, you're smarter than this.
There's nothing apart of any of that. Mr. Gilbert, I moved that device that was on the table. My friends here just want more proof that you're here. Is there any way that you could touch it? glass underneath here,
Right.
so underneath the tablecloth.
Can you touch it for us one more time?
ESPN.
Gathering going on. We'll continue.
That little thing's moving just a little bit, not much.
Turn it red one more time and we'll finish up.
For the my role.
Are you walking circles and crowds?
No.
Line being
Seems like every
It's barely moving if it does.
now that you put it straight up, it kind of makes sure.
Is it whether it's staying up or not?
Taking it.
The NBA
Boards and
It seems
We're
like
gonna-
it's dying down now.
Well, and I mean,
To be an
it's
app-
12, and that's about the same time.
over
It started dying
Like
down
we
before.
got all that activity, and it just randomly started dying down. Mr. Gilbert, just go ahead and show us that you're still here by touching this device. There was like that brief period of activity that we got last time, and then all of a sudden it just kind of, and that's when we moved into the other room, and
Remember
You
when
know.
we got told to get out of the,
yeah.
I call it pilot area.
But I mean, this is just where it was earlier. I just touched it, but
So why is it doing that?
There's high electromagnetic energy right there for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah.
And it seems like it does it when it's pointed this way towards me.
Right.
You know what to do, Dawn.
Mr. Gilbert, are you sitting around me? Are you around me somewhere?
Mr. Gilbert, are you ready for bed? It went nuts.
It is, yes.
Yeah,
Look at it. Look
he's-
at it. Steady rolling.
Oh, so do you want us to be quiet? Is that what that is?
What the hell?
What the hell? I mean,
It's pegging the needle all the
Yeah,
way
it's
past
just-
the red.
There's
Wow.
something going on around here.
I think he is ready for bed.
she said bed again, and it's just pegged.
If you are ready for bed, just make it go off. You can stop touching it.
Slow down.
Can you move away from it, please?
That's absolutely crazy.
I know, but it's just still going off, so it's weird. I'm gonna take my money back. What?
I don't understand why it finally doesn't when it's pointing in this direction.
That's the point.
Like why? Are you setting him? Am I setting in your chair?
I'm taking my money. Yeah, but like the fact that it wasn't doing that earlier is. Oh,
Another 20?
Oh, is it your 20?
How come you got my money?
What are you doing, Lily?
She's like, my mom.
She went to bed, didn't she?
I mean,
Stand up for a second and move to that chair. I'm just curious. I want to see what's happening.
Mr. Gilbert, are you ready to go to bed? If we all leave the room right now, would you be happier? Could you leave? I mean, obviously you could leave the phone standing and we'll see if it does anything different.
Yeah, let's step out.
We're gonna leave y'all watching that, and we're gonna step out of the room. Oh. Lily's like, where y'all going?
Lily, come here.
Come on, out here. Come on.
It's definitely slowed down, I guess, but no.
that direction right there.
Was it noise in there?
Yeah, I heard the noise. Good night, Mr. Gilbert. Mr. Gilbert, I'm going to bed.
It completely stopped and you said you were going to bed. So maybe he's just waiting for the commotion to stop and go to bed.
No, I'm watching.
No?
You hear me? Off, and it went off.
completely do.
All we can do is speculate, really. I know for sure that this place is active, without a doubt, but it's nothing evil.
See what happens if I come in here and sit.
You lean on you?
Mm-hmm.
She does what she's supposed to. I see you. You gotta be quiet. We're disturbing Mr. Gilbert. Let him rest. See? You don't have no sense. You got it already.
I say pray out for him with his dick. How much else we can do?
Agreed. Turn this light back on, guys. I think I'm getting ready to end this one. I know. Look at that big beauty. We're getting ready to end this live. Do our finish.
Move the money? Can't just move the money, got moved or not.
But I appreciate you guys coming in.
James tried to steal my money, didn't he? He tried, didn't he? Tried.
Trying to. There we go. Yeah, we appreciate you guys watching. It was definitely a good live. I can't wait to go back through some of this. Oh, I'm good. I've just lost my voice. But I appreciate you guys. My voice does sound better than it did. Thanks for coming in, watching, gifts, follows, shares, likes. Appreciate you all. Oh, I got a mustache. Love you guys. I'll see you soon.
You already there?